1, 2, 3, 4.
Because you admit the fucking UUP.
I know.
You get burnt out.
I said him.
There'll be a wheelie bin outside your door, somebody shouting in the letterbox and Talbot. Wake up!
What a terrible reason to get burnt
What
out.
about the sea water?
What a terrible reason to get burnt out because you voted UUP. That'd be so. That's the shittest reason.
No, it's still our saying.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not.
Like, lads, we only have a Northern Ireland because of the fucking
But it's that seat. The DUP only didn't have that seat once in like the past 50 years.
But the
And it was
Alliance
yeah, it's when the Lions won it once because
Big
everyone
guy
was
on me.
everyone was really annoyed at Peter Robinson because of the Irish thing. And then what was he doing with houses?
What was the Irish thing?
The Irish thing.
Wait, what happened there?
No, they were very happy with the Irish thing. They were happy with the Irish thing.
Me and Iris Robinson. Up the lagging, up a lagging, up a lagging.
The river shagging.
Everybody looked at it. Do you know what I liked about the Irish Robinson thing? She's ugly, right?
Yeah.
And everybody went, oh, I would.
For
So
50
I was-
grand.
She'll look like a dirty bitch.
For 50 grand of funding, yes.
Everybody was like, do you know what? You'd have done that too. Nobody blamed the wheel on.
Yeah.
And every photo you seen of him was him holding a cup of coffee with a big smile on his face, like, everybody thinks I'm a shagger.
I mean,
You booked the First Minister's wife? Like, what the fuck? It's fucking amazing.
see if she came on to me, we'd be on with a new set, new studio and all. Do you know what I mean? We'd have like fucking 3D holograms and shit on the podcast.
I'm coming in going, where's Sean? Like, oh no, Spielberg's running it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mudblood podcast. This is a special, what are we calling it? A Patreon teaser?
It's a crossover with the Patreon on YouTube freebie. Fucking
Yeah.
This is for all the ones that don't pay on Patreon. Basically, what we're doing is we're flashing our titties edges. Yeah. We're showing you a wee bit. We're not
Wee
letting
bit
you
of
touch
leg.
them, but we're hoping that you go, I'd pay for that,
Yeah.
and then come and see.
Yeah. I was all with you until that last noise. Did you kick a dog under the table?
More. Speaking of dogs.
Key change.
Speaking of dogs.
Kicking the dogs.
What? Oh, this.
Speaking of dogs. Photographs are a great thing.
Unless they're
Said
used in
ev-
evidence against you.
Said every man the
Gary Burns sent in a message saying, our amassed dogs watch that much fucking Mudblood, he's starting to turn to look like somebody. And sent in a fucking pic.
Just looks like me.
It really does.
Just imagine me as your wee dog. Like, that'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, fair play to you for surviving
Spunk
that.
everywhere.
Fair play to you for surviving that battle at the end of fucking Return of the Jedi.
Wee Ewok.
Chewbacca, what would your Star Wars name be?
Fuck. I don't know.
You would be an Ewok.
I would be an Ewok, but
Yeah,
what would we name
100%.
me? We Willie the Ewok.
Well, one's called, is it Wicket? You could be,
Wicket.
well, Wicket's how Culty says he's a
That
wicked,
is,
he's a
by the
wicked
way,
bastard.
That's the
Wicket.
most nerdy thing I've ever heard. You know an Ewoks, like specific
specifics,
names,
yeah.
you fucking loser.
Dude, I have
probably
way
speaks-
more
do you-
pathetic shit than that.
Do you speak the language?
No.
Ewok language?
No, I only speak Klingon, so it's different.
I'm starting to be like,
different.
oh, I don't know what my Star Wars name would be. And we're like, well, there's several different tribes of Ewoks.
Yeah. Are we talking prequels? Main continuity? Shouldn't say continuity in Belfast.
He does. You do have lots of fucking comics and all. Like you.
Paddy, they're graphic novels.
Yeah.
All right.
I had comics too. They were called fucking Max Power and fucking Hustler.
Hustler.
Why
did you say the car magazine first?
No, but the problem was I started in that sort of car magazines because I used to modify my cars.
Yeah. Is Hustler a car magazine?
No. But what happens is these magazines go down the road where you get free pullouts of birds with big tits.
Yeah.
So it gets to this
You get
stage.
a free pull out of your own.
Yes. So it's like what I was saying there, trying to pull people in.
Yeah.
Next minute, there's a free copy with Hustler with it this month. And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
every
What sort of
night-
engine she got?
yeah. So it was like, Andrea brings it up quite a bit about my room, and the walls went from cars and footballers till tits and vannies.
Families. I I love this is the idea. Not a woman, just one fanny on the wall. It's like, I just like to come in and look at it.
Before Photoshop, they just cropped her head out.
I had Victoria Silverstead. Do you remember her?
1987 Playmate of the Year.
Yeah, wrong dude, you're asking.
So I had her. I had
Victoria Silverstead. Have you ever seen Basketball?
Carmen Electra was on the wall.
Oh, she's still tasty.
And Jordan.
Katie Price, Jordan?
Yeah. Where
No,
like,
the comfort.
if you had her up now on the wall, it would be just like polyfiller on the wall. Wouldn't it? It's just like gone over, like, do you know what I mean?
She looks like she's been hit by one of the cars in Max Power.
What was the style, right, when you were in those magazines of, you know, the pubic situation? Because I know back in the 80s and 90s, they were a lot more bushy. You know, you got a lot more muffs.
It started in the 80s. It started in the 80s looking like that wee dog. Right? So we would...
He thought he bought a Star Wars magazine. He was like, look at this Ewok.
Where's Chewbacca? Why's your woman got Chewbacca in her muff?
You chew the back of it.
Chewing tobacco. And then... Because we would have found mags in the fucking hedges. You always found a dirty mag in a hedge.
Yeah.
Hang on. There are no hedges in West Belfast. It's still concrete.
No, there is.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there is.
That's where they hid the bombs.
That's where they hid behind to shoot the bits. You ever heard of a hedge fund? So the fucking you would have found a dirty mag, and it was like you didn't really see anything. You could see a nipple, but you couldn't see the muff because it was all fucking behind the hedge. Do you know what I mean? And then it developed into like Shaven Haven, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Because just while we're speaking of pubes, it's time to give a shout out to our sponsor. If you don't want to have them off like an 80s porn star,
if you don't want to look like Willie the fucking Terrier,
yeah,
or an Ewok, and fucking
you need to get your. If you don't want to look like you belong on Paddy's bedroom wall.
No, I never had that up.
No.
I'm not living at home. Jesus,
no.
you're Catholic mother. You're mad.
What would be the masterpiece after using the 4.0?
Yes.
I would have had, if you used Manscaped 4.0, lawnmower, sensitive to your skin, over the top, Shaven Haven, Baldy Mountains, no snow on top, that was what you had.
Make it sound like a delicious beer. And you get all that on Manscaped, and we can save you money on it with Mudblood 20.
Mudblood 20, and you can get the full kit, and it's not just the...
No.
It's the toner.
It's that...
It's the gear, everything. Everything.
Ball shaver and a cue of Coke. Mudblood 20.
And you can get all that Mudblood 20, Columbia Marching
Got a
tunes.
ball razor and some pure air, bro.
So just so you don't get caught by the advertising standards agency, you're not getting drugs with.
No, we
you're
never
just
said
getting
that.
shiny balls.
We never
okay.
said that.
We'll get caught by many other people before the advertising agency.
Listen,
they're not even top
This
10.
hacks, man.
If you haven't watched Mudblood, then you've no idea how we're not dead already. Do you know what I mean?
But Mudblood 20, go on to manscaped.com, save yourself some money, shave your balls. How we're not dead. I know it's becoming like the end of the Blues Brothers by this point. We're wanted by gypsies. We're wanted by like several just groups of people who don't like us or we're slabbering about.
Illinois State Troopers.
Pretty much, I think the DUP hate us, although I need confirmation. I just get the vibe that they
No. The DUP hit me and him. You're fine.
No, trust me.
They hate him.
They fucking hate me.
You a Lundy?
I think they hate me more than they hate him.
Oh,
to be
okay, fair
honest.
enough.
He splits the vote.
Oh, you're, what do you call them?
Especially after going to Celtic match last week. I was like, that's a no, William. You're fucking going too far now. I don't
Years
give a
ago,
fuck.
William, you would have been what's known as a rotten prod.
I put up on Twitter.
I'm an Uncle Tom.
By the
prods.
way, just to let you know,
I'm an Uncle Marvin.
Celtic's now 6 points clear. And because you always give me shit when you repeat this. Right? I put up on Sunday. I try not to be too controversial. So I just put up and say it was great to watch Rangers play a game and not get a penalty. Right?
You told me this.
And a guy put below it, he tagged the girl's name in it and was like, if you can get them tickets sent back, this guy looks like a prick.
It is mad how serious. Like, I know people who, like, say they're like Paul Onatini, right? Say he's great, and then they find out he supports Celtic. They're like, hate Paul Onatini.
Well, see,
and you're like, they take it so seriously.
Like, genuinely last night, I says, yeah, fucking blah, blah. I don't even know what I said, but I started until like, oh, Celtic won and we're 6 points clear. And I says, we're on the top of the league. Look, and the whole crowd started singing apart.
No, not the whole crowd, Paddy. Let's be clear about this.
And I had to go, whoa, let's not go down that road here because I know it's a split audience. And they were like, And I came off and he was like, you could have started a riot there.
Yeah, it's me walking back up to be like, ladies and gentlemen, and as I walk past him, I goes, only you can finish a gig and then go, I'm just going to start a riot before I leave here.
It's like when I did we did the live Mudblood, and I started singing Simply the Best, and then the crowd started singing it, and you were like, right, Willie, stop it. And I was like, I didn't think they would have.
Like, no, we haven't got to the chorus yet.
Yeah. Oh no, you don't even need the chorus. You just need 3 bars in.
Don't get me wrong, this man's as bad as anybody. I came back from a trip in Edinburgh and he sent me a message saying, why are you wearing a Hibs top? And I was like, because I enjoy sectarianism, but I like to be different, okay?
What's wrong with a Hibs top?
No, well, he just had a Hibs tap on and likes to live in Protestant areas. And
He was worried about
he looks like a walking
tricolour.
tricolour because it was green, white, and fucking orange. Do you know what I mean?
It's a nice
There's
top.
a tricolour there walking down the street, lads. Get him!
It's a moving fucking target. Are you mental?
Remember the year he
don't
moved
work.
into Donegal fucking pass and he fucking texted me and I was like, what are you doing tonight that it's a bonfire night? And he was like, fuck all, I'll probably go out for a run, meow kit. And I was like, I'm coming to get you.
Are you? That's fucking.
No, hang on.
brutally.
No, listen to me, because I was beside the rail bridge, so you got about 50 yards and you were across the rail bridge into Ulsterville, so it was fine.
Did you ever see the opening of Borat where they chased the Jew and
Yeah.
they all beat the Jew? You would
What
have
did
been
it
that.
say on the side of your wall of your house?
No, it wasn't
What
inside
did
my
I spray
house.
paint on the
What
side
did
of
it
your
say?
house?
It's that wasn't inside of my. It was the antisocial behaviour will not be tolerated, and then I put underneath it what, like spray paint in somebody's house.
No, but there was something
You
else.
did,
that
you
said it.
did not spray paint. Did you sit and not like spray painting someone's
No,
house?
But I just thought it was funny where they had incorrectly spelled tolerated and corrected themselves. It was amazing. They did a wee X through. There's no O there.
That's
it was
the
amazing.
people that normally do spray stuff get it wrong.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I've said it before in this here.
The one at the Ulster Hospital.
It says,
Have you seen that?
boycott ass really goods.
Ass really good.
Ass
Ass
real-
really goods.
Boycott
No new
ass
jeans.
reeling goods.
There's one at the Royal
Okay,
Hospital.
Brian.
And then the other one was Toots will be shoot.
That's right.
Touts need shoot with a
Toots
question
need
mark.
shoot.
That's it.
And I'm like,
Toots
that
need shoot.
magazine actually was pretty good, like back in the day. Used to get free shit with it all day.
Yeah.
Shoot magazine.
Touts need shoot with a question mark. It's like, that's poetry.
So what I did was I lived in the village of the damned with
Dun, dun, dun.
with 2 gay men. So that if the UVF ever did kick the door in, they'd be
That's
like,
it.
"Are you a Fenian?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, but there's 2 gays in our kitchen."
You actually
Sweet, they'll shoot the
you
whole
act-
house up.
You
Yeah.
actually lived with the actual village people in the village.
Yeah. Although they weren't like a construction worker and an Indian.
It was more IRA than YMCA. Wasn't it?
It was like an Irish tribute act because one was a farmer and one was a hairdresser.
Which
so
is
it's
all
not the same.
Fenians.
Yeah. They didn't know that.
Two of them gay, and one of them's a fucking walking tricolour.
Were they in a relationship together?
No.
No. Fuck, you're
You
fucking...
guys trying to write a fucking sitcom?
I don't know, it just sounds like those nights trying to sleep must have been a fucking night. There's no way
Three's
you
around.
didn't hear them through the fucking walls, like.
No, I was alright.
You were in the middle
Why
of
do
it.
gay people wank different or something? Do they?
No, they just bang loud.
No. I know, I wasn't involved in
You're
that.
thinking.
I was
fucking-
mostly.
You're thinking of Bonds, man.
Slap his arse like.
No, although one of the lads did tell me a funny story where I was gone for the weekend. I was away for the weekend, and one of the boys has like sleep paralysis, which is where you basically can't move. And the other lad, his boyfriend was
my
over, so my
actual
mate was
paralysis.
like, I really wanted to get up out of bed because he was,
Banging.
yeah, he was getting worn like a hand puppet, but he couldn't leave the fucking. He was like, oh, I can't leave my bed.
It was getting more like my father's sash.
In Derry, Aughrim, Fermanagh, and the boy.
I'm just trying to think of gay orange man jokes. Just throws the dildo up like that. Behind his pocket.
See, hang on though. Would I actually have got in trouble down there because an Armagh kid is orange?
Yeah.
Surely orange is the favourite colour.
We recognise symbols that are Irish from like a fucking mile away. We just look at it and be like, I don't know that symbol. It must be foreign.
Is that why GA is written in like a funny script so they can't decipher it? Yeah. Oh, it's like hieroglyphics.
It's like they have this wee
It's not honest.
orange goblin that goes into their throat. You know when you go to hospital appointments,
No, that's it. That's his roots.
they're trying to call out fucking Irish names. Like I bring my kids and they're like,
You have Arabic kids.
Child McDonald, Child McDonald, and you're like, is that Blanad? It starts with a B. Yes. And if the big, they can't say it.
I can't say it.
Podrick.
And I
Patrick.
say P-A-D. Padrig. What it be?
They just can't say
I
it.
say Patrick, and I don't even mean to. It's just like the names, like you don't grow up around them, so they're literally in a different language. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's ignorance.
It's not ignorance. It's just I didn't grow up around that. I don't know it.
No, I think it's ignorance when you tell somebody actually how to say it.
Oh, that's yeah.
Because I can go to you.
I'm saying first time if I were to read it on page.
Oh, right, yeah. of
That's
course.
what I mean.
Yeah. But at the same sense, when you go to somebody, blaned,
Yeah,
say blaned.
Planet.
My point being,
Yeah.
whereas they go, Bernadette. And you're like, no.
Were you back to fucking Donegal?
Yeah. Now ask me to spell it, different matter because I
Yeah,
couldn't do that.
of course.
Dude, hang on, let's get something straight. There's Irish people naming their kids Irish name, and then you read it and go, you spelled that wrong. That's not how you spell it. Have you ever seen any of them?
I get them tattooed.
No,
on them.
you can. You fucking can. Where's the fada?
The only one I really get mixed up is Korea.
Yeah. I read a Korea's car and I go,
North or south?
right, nah, I need to make sure. Like, check the WhatsApp group again. Because you just have to make sure.
Ignorance.
That deserves so much more.
Ignorance. No, it
He
doesn't
said
because
Korea
I
and I
made the
went
joke.
north or
I
south.
made the joke when I first fucking named her. On
He whispered
stage.
in my ears. Like,
Yeah. That joke's already been made.
I didn't know that because it just got nothing. I was like, "Fuck this podcast."
I'm giving you diamonds.
So yes, we didn't introduce him at the start, but we're joined by Mr. Darren Matthews. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I realise we've been doing this for 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
I'm a person too. Hello.
It's early in the morning for us. This is the earliest we've ever been.
Because you fucked off to England, back to your own fucking land, and then came back again. We
Came
couldn't
back.
do the fucking podcast
I was
until
away-
a fucking
I was
Saturday.
away
When I
working.
get all my fucking
I
kids,
was
I'm
work-
about to be out with my children right now.
I was working
You
with
know
a
how
family.
much shit I had to fucking do and fucking promise to buy the day just to fucking do this fucking thing. So I hope you're all fucking happy.
Oh, you
cunt.
you raging? You're not out with the kids right now. You're fucking buzzing. You're like first ever 4-hour episode we're doing today.
It's a 3-parter.
I love going out with my children on a Saturday and spending time with them and money.
As somebody who is the child of a Catholic father, he's fucking lying.
I know Paddy's live face, man. That's
No,
it.
definitely not. I love my kids. I really fucking do. I love a Saturday. I do
Yeah.
love a Saturday with
Yeah.
them. It's different when you've spent all day in work and then you fucking
come
do,
home and it's-
you come home and it's like, "Ah," and you're like, oh, at least when you go into town, you can let them run about places and you can sit and have coffee and let them annoy other cunts.
You go in the town, got your kids, fucking away you go. Let loose on them.
They have to learn.
Hang on, that is proper
Why do wee
father.
birds make their kids fly? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't go, whoa. They go, whoop.
But I'm just glad they didn't have those wee leashes when I was younger because I'd have been on them. Do you know what I mean?
Did you not have that, the taste of childhood neglect where you just be given money and told to go away? While somebody was in the bar?
You would, but I was such a fucking idiot. I couldn't be trusted. With it.
I grew up in the 80s where the phrase was go and play with the buses. And then people got annoyed when you were caught boot hopping.
I was going to say, was this when you were burning them out? Or?
No, boot hopping. Did you ever hear about boot hopping?
Oh, I know what boot hopping is, yeah.
Do you hear
The
about
old
boot
Ulster
hopping?
buses, you could
You
pop it
jump
back.
in the, yeah.
The Ulster bus used to go to Crumlin, so a lot of Fenians got money and started moving outskirts of Belfast. And there was a Crumlin bus went up after school, and there was a boot in the bus, and you would open the boot and everybody would get into it
Bounce into it.
at Divis, and then you go to Crumlin and then go, how the fuck do we get home?
Could the last man in close it from the inside?
Nah,
It
the
just
door-
stayed open?
There was actually ones held onto the door. If you were that cunt, you were mad as fuck.
Did
Like they swung on the door the whole way to Crumlin.
Like Hodor trying to hold the door and fuck.
Like they would hang
Mary
on to
bastard
the door
again.
like that.
That's nuts.
Nuts.
I'm fairly
Like,
certain Mo Robinson got done for that. Like, fuck me. That's fucking insane.
is he related to the Robinson?
I don't think so, but it'd be very funny.
Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be if they get like fuck me, not again?
I mean, out of all the people we annoy on the podcast, I'm not worried about him getting this, so we're alright.
That's true. It'll be a few years.
It'll be a while, yeah. 20 years' time, he'll just show up at my door.
Who Mo?
Remember me? No idea. Who the fuck are you? Who are you?
But did you ever get caught doing that boot hopping?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Fucking some guy's ma fucking had a camera. Or she got 4
Which was a
photos.
musket?
I don't know. The cameras back then weren't fucking hold the button. and
it was
take
a
200 of them.
flintlock Kodak.
It was like click, click, and she got 4 photos to count. And I'm in the last photo.
And why was she taking photos at the time?
Paddy, you forgot to
She
hold
was
the
a
wee button at
tout.
the front.
She was a fucking tout. And they went to the school and went, do you know anybody? Paddy McDonald, fucking fucking trying to remember who else done it with us. There was a photo came up recently of it. There was also a ledge. So what they done was Ulster Bus then fucking, and I wonder why I never got that Ulster Bus contract.
Was it like a bumper? Was it the big old bumpers?
See, now I think of it. The number plate used to be on a wee thing.
Yeah.
And what they done was they welded up the doors, so there was no boot anymore. But you could fucking punch the plastic in from the thing and hold on to the ledge and stand on the bumper. Yeah, because that was safe as fuck too.
Yeah, do that, 100%.
I could never do that because it cut the hand. I never liked that. Sitting inside a boot, oh yeah, I'll do that. Do you know what I mean? Never swung on the door. But yeah, they came to the school and were like, him, and fucking pulled in.
What are we tight? And there's nothing in that for her?
No.
Other than to just be a tight. Is that like...
I was actually like, fuck, fair play there. She got 4 photos. Can't.
Yeah.
On
The speed of her?
The speed of her to get 4 photos, and she got fucking full on fucking photographs.
I'm imagining an even older camera where they're like, sit still for 40 minutes.
There's smoke coming out of the Someone here
under a car.
Superman running in the thing.
We're under attack.
He's under a car, takes out a big plate, get that
But
developed.
back then,
I'll be
there
back in
was
3
no-
weeks.
Like now, if you were to do that, you'd be online, and it's like my Spar incident online and in America within 30 seconds of the
Yeah, you
incident.
can't get away with shit.
Yeah, so like it's all around the world now. So now you get more trouble. Whereas we got away with that, which was grim for like a week because she was waiting on the photographs coming back. And
So
yeah,
the camera
school,
like
so it was like and I was like, that was last week.
See, when she gets back from Boots, you're fucked. mate.
They've welded up the boots now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's done.
Here's the thing, though. So, generationally speaking, where that took a week, I'm a wee bit younger than you, so I remember camera phones starting as I was leaving school.
Mm-hmm.
Are you much more conscious of being caught fucking about because someone
Yes.
can instantly
Yes.
catch you?
But that's the thing I think our generation has grown up with, whereas I think you guys are only starting to be aware of.
Oh,
like,
I'm
how
so
fucking
glad
serious
it wasn't a
is now.
thing. Like, so glad it wasn't a thing.
Back when we were in school, you couldn't do anything without. Even now, like I get afraid of if I'm at a party and I'm a little bit fucked up, and videos were taken 10 years ago, and you're doing something stupid, and like fuck if that comes out now, people treat it as though it just happened. That's the part that really fucking bothers me.
When people are getting cancelled for a Twitter message in 2013.
You know what he said 12 years ago? Imagine you did that in person. Do you know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, do you know that guy? Yeah. Do you know what he said 13 years ago in November? You're like, oh, fucking
There's a
God.
reason why I don't hold back and just say things.
Yeah, because you're a...
this shit can come out.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really that anybody can come out and go, oh well, do you know what?
Yeah.
Not he done one time? Because could you imagine if I hadn't done the mushroom story?
Yeah.
And they were like, Paddy McDonald made mushrooms in his mate's fucking mash stew pot, and then fucking the whole family get off their head and fucking thing. Whereas if I tell a story of what actually happened, then the whisper story that happened fucking 25 years later
Isn't a thing.
it doesn't look as bad because then it just sounds like they would tell the story as I broke into this house and used the fucking pot and then didn't wash it and then fucking the whole family gets baked, babies and all, and I was a real cunt. Do you know what I mean? They can be spun, whatever.
But if you make it funny, it's
But
okay.
I think if you tell the story,
Yeah.
then people go, do you know what? And I think I get away with a lot of stuff because people go, well, he fucking talks about that. So
And it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
more.
But
Do you know what I mean?
that's the it's not even like I can sort of understand stuff that happens now. Like I understand, like people know you a wee bit more. You have to behave yourself a little bit more. It's when it's stuff that happened 20 or 10, 20 years ago when people were getting annoyed about
Do you
it.
want
Like
to
you
just
did
tell
it.
us?
No, it happens to everyone. I mean,
Just tell us.
I haven't done anything.
No,
The video's on his Instagram. His latest video is...
tell
just-
live before it
just
comes
tell-
out
just
because
tell
people
right
know you weren't here last week. Right, so obviously people know, and people know that you were arrested, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
just say it, and then that's it done.
No, I can't say why I was arrested. No, man.
ongoing court case.
Yeah.
Don't want to ruin my own defence.
No, I was fighting dogs.
Were you?
Yeah, not breeding dogs to fight. Like there was a
I
wee
wouldn't.
ring.
You versus
I
the
was
dog?
fighting dogs,
What sort of dogs?
Rottweilers and stuff.
Definitely not that one he has on his phone.
Hey, there was a Gaelic. There was
Me
a-
fighting
there
the
was
big
a-
John
there was
Freezes.
there was a Gaelic player that owned him. Do you remember there was a Gaelic player that got done with?
For like a puppy farm
There
or a
was a
fighting ring?
county player from somewhere.
I thought you meant
maybe
owning
drunk,
me. I was like, I don't
and
fucking
he
remember
was
this.
fighting dogs, and they caught him in spotlight.
Like he was breeding in the fight, or he was actually
Yeah,
fighting.
he was involved with. No, he wasn't actually.
Just
Come
to
on,
clear-
you fucking big cunt! You ain't
To
fucking.
clear up,
No,
I was doing an audition in London. I wasn't arrested because we know what our
no, but
fans
2
are
weeks
like.
ago.
Where was it? 2 weeks ago?
You'd be
I
getting
know, we
text
can't talk
messages,
about it.
mate,
We
I'll
can't
get you
talk
sorted.
about
I have a good lawyer.
No, stop! Don't I wasn't arrested.
Pantomime crowd in the back.
No, but imagine that in a court quiz. And he broke in at 4:05. Oh no, he didn't.
He's behind you. That is what he said. Yeah. It's very awkward.
No, but I've been away doing gigs and auditions. I haven't been arrested at any
We
point.
had an audition for an Ewok.
And I nailed it.
More fucking Star Wars.
Yeah. It's so weird doing this so early in the morning. Do you know what I mean? I feel like fucking
I know you ain't give it a bruised your teeth.
a wee breakfast DJ. I did, fuck you. Not well, but I did.
Just add some toothpaste.
No, see if you put some mouthwash and go, oh, that's the same. That's
No,
the
it's
same.
not.
That's exactly
You
the same.
done he done this in Glasgow. No toothbrush. Just put a bit of fucking my toothpaste in his finger.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I
You're
brought
drunk.
a tooth.
And you used the same finger to fucking clean the sink. The fucking sick you were sick when you
I had
see
to
my
clean your
skin marks.
shite off the side of the toilet.
There
you
was
dirty
no
bastard.
toilet. Well, how did you clean it with your fucking hand? Because there's no toilet brush. I couldn't clean it.
I thought there was no toilet to start that sentence. I was like, oh, where the fuck are you staying?
It's Paddy's a cheap bastard. Just no bathroom, saves
Excuse me.
8 quid.
Oh my god, there's a
Have a
special
real nice
cupboard for the
hotel.
bucket.
You did.
I got us a real nice hotel.
We had a lovely time.
Such a nice time you were sick as a dog for fucking...
Well, I
Sick
think
as a dog, you weren't fighting for
I
3
don't
days.
think that was the hangover though. Looking back, I think I was just properly sick, and the hangover didn't
I was
help.
explaining last night to the lads that if you're going anywhere, you have to travel 2 days before to get some rest.
Yeah.
Do the gig and then have 2 days recovery, then come back. Because I seen how bad you were the next day. Like you were
Yeah.
like, this is too much for me, and I was like, I forget that he's disabled.
Do you? Because you mention it every episode.
No, but it's easy to forget that somebody
Yeah.
doesn't
I
have
didn't want to
the
bring it up.
capabilities.
Yeah,
Do you know?
yeah.
do you know what I
Especially
mean?
because it's not visible on me either.
Yes.
But
You're quite like my mummy in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Where my mummy's disabled, but you forget sometimes.
yeah,
And then you see things slowing her down and stuff, and you go, fuck, I forget sometimes
Yeah.
the jazz that.
So, I mean, you're talking about that, doing that for like one gig. What's the realities of future Willie touring? Do you have like you need like a day off
Do you ever
in
see?
between?
Do you ever see somebody that has a puppet?
Yes.
I'm gonna get a case made for him,
Oh, okay. You going?
and I'm gonna go with him.
I'm opening the gig. No,
Do you
it's
know,
wee box.
I go wherever I go, right? It's now got to be a thing where people go, "Where's your Willie? Where's your wee Willie? Where's your, it's in my trunks? No, where's William?"
You're like, I was 2 shows ago.
And I'm like, he doesn't go everywhere with me.
I'm like a wee dog. You need
It's like if I don't go to Thunderland with him this year and put him on all the rides, there's gonna be a slobber match where people's gonna go, he doesn't even look after his son.
This-
Doesn't
look-
he look after him.
This is going to be awkward, Willie. I think people think you're his care worker.
No,
That has to
no,
be what it
No,
is.
it's the other way
It's
around.
definitely
It's
the other way around. They think I'm his dad.
Yeah.
Like, they think I'm his.
They
They
think-
think I've adopted him. Because they go, where's your Willie? Where is... And I'm like, he don't go with me.
We're not
anymore."
on deck like
The
that.
thing-
Genuinely, people go to me, where's William?
No,
Every
no.
time they see me now, it's, where's William? And I'm like, we don't.
Paddy, they
live
think
together.
you're hanging out with him because you're from West Belfast and he's got a blue badge. That's what's going on here.
I don't even think it's that.
But it's like they were saying. No, what's it
A
like?
free car you didn't have to steal. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
What's it like for touring though? It's exhausting. When I was in
right.
London, London's the worst. Because
It's
you
all
can't even
tubes
get
and-
like taxis and
Surely you
stuff.
could go to the Arts Council about that and get something sorted.
I don't know. Probably could. Don't
I
know.
think you could.
Probably could. But like even going around London,
We
see,
should really look into that.
I was fucked. Like
I
am
could do
fucked.
with getting into the Platinum Lounge up at the International Airport. Well, he's going, why you come with me? Just fuck up. Just say fuck off. We're getting into the Platinum Lounge.
Yeah.
Do you know the Platinum Lounge?
No, I don't.
There's a lounge in Belfast.
Well,
I
there's the
refuse to believe
Causeway
this.
Lounge. The Causeway Lounge. Because when we
Oh,
went,
I do know Causeway
when we
Lounge.
went to the Causeway Lounge, we went that early that they had no food on. And we were going to Amsterdam. So I was like, I've paid fucking 25 quid for this. So I was like banging loads of fucking juice
Dicks.
and all that. And I lifted the full bunch of bananas and put them into my rucksack. And I went, I'm fucking taking them.
No, I
Right?
respect
I didn't
that
take the
attitude.
apples because I went, apples and all get fucking hurry and get smashed, where the bananas have skin on, so I put them into the bag. And we flew to Amsterdam. And when we got to Amsterdam, Andrew was going, where's the hotel? And I'm going, I don't know, it's down here somewhere. And we're fucking walking down the red light district. And she went, will you just take the fucking thing out and look for it and see? Because I printed everything off. And I pulled these bunch of bananas out. And this black guy was standing at the door of a sex club and went, yes, I have been waiting for you. And I was like, what? And I looked and he pointed to the sign and it was like, you can stick a banana up a fucking girl's dude, need it. And I turned up with a full bunch of them. And Andrew just looked at me and went, not a fucking chance. And I went, no, I didn't plan this. And the black guy was like, come on. You bring your own. I don't charge you for the bananas. Come on. I was going, no, I don't want to go in. And Andrew was like, what the fuck? just happened there. And
BYOB,
it was
bring your own bananas.
like right at, and I pulled out a bunch of them, and your mom was like, "My man, like we're gonna make a fortune this cunt," and I was like, "No, we're just looking at a hotel." And he went, "No, go later, come in," and I was like, "No, I don't want to put my bananas anywhere."
Out of your trunks too. I'd say,
I just went, "Here, mate, there you go. You take them. We'll be back later." And he went, "I see you later. Yes, thank you very much."
Paddy, there's clubs in the Premier League have got fined for fans throwing bananas at black footballers, and you're telling me you're in Amsterdam
This-
next. Here you go,
he
mate.
asked for them.
This guy was fucking. You could go in and put them in these fucking things. Do you know what I mean? It was the banana show. The fucking place was called the Banana Show.
I'm going to Amsterdam in July. Where's this show?
In the red light district. It's called the Banana Show. It's a fucking actual thing.
What are you looking at me for? Well, just fuck off, man.
No, I asked you, could I
wanna
go
see
too? And he didn't
culture.
fucking reply.
I want to see Willie going, I'm really fucked here because I've been travelling for 4 hours, but I want to stick a banana up her dick, need it. And he walks in and the girl's like, "Come on, peel it." And he's like, "Can you peel it for me?"
I do struggle to peel bananas, to be fair.
You just see Willie eating the skin and all. Skin and all. I can't even peel it. I'm too
Bite the
tired.
top off like a cigar.
I'm trying to put them all in as a bunch. Like,
And she's like, "You're not making a smoothie, you can't."
you can come to the gig. Did I not reply to you in that message?
No.
I apologise for that.
What a cunt.
I'm sorry, I thought I did.
Online. Call him out.
He did.
Here,
That just did.
I started comedy around the same time as you started.
Yeah.
How long was it after I started that you started? Would it have been a couple of months or?
No, I started as. Did you start like before Christmas? I started like February. the year after
November
you.
2011. So you
So
started.
2012.
Yeah. Darren actually gave me my first headline gig.
Did I?
You said headline.
Yeah. In Newry.
I agree.
Oh, where was it?
In the Phoenix Bar.
Right, okay.
Which is called the.
Well, it's the Phoenix Bar, but the upstairs bit used to be called the Riff Raff Rooms because I DJ'd in there.
Wasn't a riff raff. What was it called? It was called.
Was that when it
something
changed?
Paddy Ruff.
else. Amplifier.
The one before Amplified was
Amplified.
Session, so it was Session.
No, it was Amplified. It was definitely called Amplified.
No, because that came years later. I'm telling you now, it was the Riff Raff Rooms because I was DJing in it when I got you that gig.
And you give me a gig, and I done it in a woolly jumper. And it was fucking mental because it was like Father Ted or something had been on.
Ted Fest.
Fuck
Oh,
me.
yes, I forgot about Ted Fest that happens.
It
Yes.
was mad. But that was
How'd
my
it go?
first. It was mental. I get voted in for Sinn Féin after the gig.
What the fuck do you mean?
Well,
He's a Sinn Féin MLF or Newry Moore and Downs.
I've been done. I was trying to be. Here's me like these are all going to be Fenians. I'll go on and say, well, and the Irish word for Newry is Urgantra. And it was that rowdy and they were that drunk. And my Belfast accent, when I said Urgantra, it sounded like I said up the Ra. And the place went fucking wild.
Like loving it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I should
yeah,
point out as
Newry.
well that when
So
Paddy
they
said-
thought I walked out, went up the Ra, and I didn't. And the next minute I know I was on posters and I was naming wee parks and all.
Now, the thing about this is Paddy actually does hold that seat, but it's the Westminster thing, so he doesn't have to go.
I was going to say Paddy
So he's
holds
happy
that
enough.
view, and I'm like, I'm aware.
No, he just doesn't have to go. He's all right. He's the Westminster seat for
It
Newry
was the
Moore and Downs.
maddest thing ever. It was a mad, but that was the first headline gig I ever done.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm
thank
trying to
you.
think where am I don't know. How long have you guys been in comedy for? Because I'm coming up 8 years.
2011 I started.
2000. So you're 11 years in.
Yeah?
Fuck, maybe I'm about 7 years now.
Yeah, because I did 2011 and I
4 years
moved
ago.
away
Yeah.
2012. So
Another
yeah.
4 years ago, okay?
Another 4 years ago, in which time I will be 29. Fuck me. I started fucking early, man. It's only now I get older, I'm like, I started proper fucking...
Yeah, I didn't start till I was 26, 25, 26.
I was 31.
You're
31.
31. I'm 17.
That's good.
I was in school, literally, being like, people were like, come out for a pint after. I'm like, can't have double history.
I
in the morning.
remember you. I remember you, and then I also remember this other kid. And I'm near sure this is true, right? This is who it is. He was from Poglass, and he'd done a gig in the PAV, and he was 14 or 15. And he went on to win an award for acting.
What was his name? I know who that is.
We need to check that out. Mm-hmm. But I remember seeing him receiving the award for fucking some theatre or whatever, and it was a big world, and he went up and went, yeah, fucking Poglass. But he did do a gig in the PAV when he was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
He was from Poglass.
Sorry, I thought
And
you
he
said
ha-
Paul Glass Award for acting. He was pretending to be disabled as well. So
But when he went on stage, he says, I'm only 14 or 15, and they actually put him out of the PAV straight after he done a set.
actually called me in the bar after night.
Yeah.
I lied, I think, initially the first few times I was at places.
Well, William,
you
you've
just-
still done it. You're still
19.
doing it. You can't
What?
lying like fuck.
Where am I lying?
You're a wee lying bastard.
How am I lying?
Rawr.
When did I lie?
Hey, wait, listen to me. We're not liars. We're storytellers. That's different.
Never lets the truth get in the way of a good story, isn't that
Yeah,
right?
so when people go out to me, it's like, is Paddy's stories real? And I'm like, they're as real as you want them to be. If you believe they are real, they are real.
The ones I've been with him
You
for,
will
they're
find
very fucking real.
In a world of pure imagination.
Yeah.
There's elements of truth to everything.
Yeah. I compare it to wrestling. I'm like, if it's a bit real. It's a bit real.
We're not even from Belfast.
Yeah. imagine
Well,
I'm
we
not, so
stop-
that's true.
Imagine we
Kaiser
stop.
Suze, it just turns out I'm a culture from Kjarnlup. Fucking all along.
I stopped limping and everything. Once the fucking camera stopped rolling, we were like, well, Petty said that was an excellent
I
episode
must say
today.
I appreciate all that you've done for me in this.
Have you ever seen...
Connor Burns has a doctorate.
He's a professor in Queens.
He's a professor of being a man.
One loved the way I brought up Alexandra Burke.
Yeah.
No, hang on. There's definitely element of truth in this. Have you ever seen Frank Kelly, who played Father Jack, being interviewed?
Yeah.
He was like a RADA-trained
Yeah.
Shakespearean actor.
Yes.
So-
And like,
so
when you got the part as Father Jack, it was like, I really explored the concept of the drunken priest. It was a joy to play. And you're like, what the
Frank
fuck?
Frank Gallagher. And
Seamus, yeah, he's the same.
100% sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, is he a proper serious?
Proper cunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tory cunt.
And he's playing a guy from Council Estate in Manchester.
That kind of annoys me. I'm
Yeah.
not being like...
No, but when you see him and he's talking, he's like, well, I played Frank Gallagher, and you're going, I can't
escape
compute
that
this.
now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I only see you as Frank Gallagher, and
Yeah.
you're so good at it.
I'm not one of these people who'd be like, you should only play the exact thing that you are, because that's not
No,
really
it's
acting.
not how acting
But
is.
there is also the party. Like, I'm not raging about it, but I'm like, now that I know you're not that, it's annoying.
It would be like if you see any movie with somebody from the north of England and Sean Bean's not available, you're like, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't believe this guy.
Is Sean Bean from the north of England? Or
Oh,
yeah.
Pure Yorkshire.
is he just classic?
he's
Pure
Sheffield.
Yorkshire doesn't change fucking anything.
I love how they don't
Brad
say
Pitt's
that.
actually American. Have you ever seen him? He's not Irish. Like, he definitely is not Irish. Somebody had a thing up the other day about this, and you were watching the clips going, brilliant, 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 brilliant. And I watched it, and I went, do you know what? He actually is a brilliant actor. But fuck, he can't do a fucking Belfast accent.
But see, when people slag you, it's like, oh, you can't do a Belfast accent. You're like, do you know what? They are very, very, very hard to do. And the only actors who can do them is like, oh, I had like a Northern Irish auntie or something, and I copied her.
Cavan Bridges tried to do, if you watch his clip's very funny, but he can't do the Belfast
Do you know who can do a
accent.
great one? Peter Kay. Because
His
his ma's from here.
His mommy's from
Coal
Cookstown.
Island.
Coal Island.
Oh no, sorry. I'm thinking Cookstown is the...
His mommy is from Coal Island.
I know. Brad Pitt's character in The Devil's Own is from Cookstown. And he can't do a Belfast accent.
Where are you from? I'm from Cookstown, just up the top of the
But
pond. And you're
he
like,
On the
does it
banks
with
of
a
Loch
He's
Ness.
a wee bit camp. He's like, where are you from? I'm from Cookstown. And you're like, why are you talking like that?
we don't eat potatoes in this here, so we don't. And you're like, that's an Orla, you can't.
Yeah.
You're a silly mom.
But
Remember
then-
that one?
Daniel Day-Lewis playing Jerry Conlon.
He was great.
100%.
He was
He's
great.
good in The Boxer as well. That's not a Belfast movie.
I'm trying to think. Who
Not as
does a
convincing
good
an
one?
accent.
It's harder to find. What do you think of Pierce Brosnan basically doing Jerry Adams?
He looked very like him.
I thought he was. That movie got shit on. I liked it.
The Foreigner, decent show.
I thought it was good.
I would love to do a dub over the top of it where it's just Jerry Adams didn't want the Chinese and somebody ordered it to his house. The wee Chinese man's like, you fucking order, you take it.
Do not. Don't make that.
Hold on. Why can you not do... If you can do a Belfast accent and a Glaswegian accent,
Right.
why can I not do an African accent?
No,
I'm leaving.
that's not
Hang on.
African.
I wasn't doing African there, but I'm just saying.
You can.
For purposes of my joke, when
Yeah.
I get into the taxi and your mom was from Nigeria,
Yeah.
and I try and do the accent, why can I not do it without it being...
It's not the accent, it's the eyes you do. They go all wide and shit, and your face gets like so much bigger. You go like, ah, no, you know what I mean?
But that's how they speak.
Yeah. There
You
we go.
can't, when you're doing impersonations, when you watch Al Thorne, he does the action. If you look at his face, it starts going. Like when he does Robert De Niro,
Yeah, when he does
he not go,
He does, but
And fucking-
Robert
yes.
De Niro's not a race.
but why is it okay to
And
call-
also, your Robert De
why is
Niro's
it
had a
o-
stroke.
Why is it no, I don't do impersonations of Robert De Niro, but I'm just saying, the face and all changes when
Yeah.
you're doing something. I'm
Yeah.
not being racist. I'm trying to...
Listen,
trying-
I know you're not.
I'm trying to mimic
Yeah.
what the situation was
What-
to make it better.
I know you're not, and I know what
I
you're doing.
don't put a black makeup on my face and fucking do that and not being racist.
I
Like,
feel
do
if you
the
were let
accent.
away with it, you would.
That would be
If
terrifying.
it enhanced the joke,
Paddy's doing his closer. What's the boot polish for? Don't!
Paddy,
No, Paddy!
why not? I need him to be visual.
It was a colour back in my day. Why can I not say it?
Jesus. Sean, can you edit me
I
out?
will-
I'm in the middle. Can you just like cut me out and just push the two screens
No,
together?
I wouldn't
That's
do
okay.
it.
He's
No,
not
I. But then again, it's like yeah, you can do a Belfast accent, but like, do you ever get when people come over here?
Do you ever hear Willie's English one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's deliberately shit though. Do you know what I mean?
Accents. If
A
you're
lot of
doing
my
comedy
accents-
accents, you'll be deliberately
It's,
shit.
it's a Louis C.K. sort of technique that he does that I've
Mate, yeah.
Mate, yeah.
You should be in a wee Brit.
Terry's still
You
organisation.
should be in a wee Brit.
He is a wee Brit.
Yeah, I know.
But-
no, he's not. He's Irish.
You can be both. Let him on it.
I'm neither. I'm Northern Irish. It's a thing.
Is there Irish in the word?
Yeah,
So you're Irish.
but there's Northern.
Right. Nobody's denying what part of the country you're from.
Northern.
You're from the north of Ireland.
Northern
Yes.
Ireland.
So you're Irish.
See when I go, like, I'm not sectarian, like, everyone, and then
And it
I
comes
hate-
out of you?
See, that's the one to see when someone goes north of Ireland, you can see in my eyes, I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. Like,
fucking Northern
I don't.
You say the word Irish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. But you know what I mean? There's a big
Say-
there's a big difference
say-
between Northern Korea and South Korea.
I want that to be somewhere else in the
Say-
world. Are you Macedonian, mate? I'm fucking North Macedonian.
They're Koreans though.
They all
Yeah,
say
Paddy,
Korean.
Paddy, do a Korean accent.
But they would call themselves North. Do
I
you think some
wanna
are
say-
North Korea? They're like Northern Korea.
No, in North Korea they don't know there is another Korea. They just call it. They're like,
We're
this is
not
Korea.
Brazil. We're North Korea. We're not Brazil. And he's like, stop singing now, ball bags, or I'll
yeah.
fucking torture you.
That's not a state-sponsored song.
It's a north of Korea.
The occupied 53rd parallel.
I think there's like a Jerry Adams of North Korea.
Definitely not. He's been shot a long
There's
time
the
ago.
guys in there. I was never in South Korea.
I mean, there is, but he's dead now.
Yeah. He was killed pretty quick.
yeah.
I'm on them run.
I have an idea. Get him. Fucking get him.
I loved. Do you remember at the start of COVID the approach they took, which I really enjoyed, which is
Shoot the person with
if you
COVID.
tested positive for COVID, they shot you.
Is that right?
At the very, very start, they did. They didn't do it for long because everyone ended up.
Because they got rid of COVID pretty quick.
It was the
There's
first
constant
couple
going, no, it's a cold, it's a cold, it's a cold, it's a fuck, it's a cold, it's a cold, it's a cold, it's a cold. Oh, fuck.
But back to the original point we were saying, like with the accent thing, it's like you can do any accent, but like, see, if when someone does a Belfast, you go to England and they're like, "Oh, you're Irish. Oh, potatoes." That level of it, you're like, "Fuck off."
Broad
Do
spectrum.
it well. I don't mind someone doing it, but don't like fucking try.
Very
But it's
easy
funny
to
when
do
they
that.
just twist their face and then they go, "What about you?" And you go, "Whoa, stop that."
I hate when people take our slang. Oh, what? Oh, what's the crack, mate? I'm about to fucking crack.
There's a lot of that in England because of so many Irish people having their kids over there. That's the issue.
There's
as
a
well.
lot of that thing because so many of them were here on the streets with
Yeah,
guns,
true as
mate.
well. Yeah. What's the crack? The crack in my rifle. You can't.
Duck your fucking head.
Well, hang on. If you even want to go closer to home, can you do? I don't want to ask you. Can you do my accent?
Well, a wee bit like doing fucking Nui.
So the answer is
No.
Do you
Right,
feel
but
that's
that's
racist?
but that's not Bedford. That's Nui. There's fucking Nui because I work with Nui boys.
That's
and
Jamie
the way
Bryson.
That's Jamie Bryson.
No, but that's the way they fucking talk in Nui. There's like fucking mopeds and fucking doodly fucking doo-doo.
I know so
Right.
many people from
I
there.
was
Not
like,
one of them.
I was
Probably
like, I
not.
had a fucking load of coke party and then fucking came back here, fucking the party, like and fucking.
That is the
No,
worst
come on now.
Nuri accent.
No, lad.
No, Sean.
No,
it
Sean.
isn't.
Sean. Proper Nuri's like fuck's sake, lad. You know what I mean? Bah. It's Nuri bah. It's BA at the end of everything.
Yeah,
You let people
it's-
say like.
You could
know what I mean?
initially, like, you hear Nuri accent, you're like, is that Belfast?
Where are
Then
you
you hear
from?
them say more, and you're like, oh fuck, no, that's not even close.
Yeah.
But
But the match it is the town is its own
they
accent.
have some things are similar, and then they'll just go off in their
can't
own
be.
wee
They're
thing.
like fucking
They're an
10
hour.
accents out
They're like an hour away.
to get the fucking Nuri.
45 minutes.
I've heard people from there, like, will either be like sound completely different, or I'm like, you could get away with being from like Belfast.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
No.
No, I've been
No.
up here for years. I don't sound like I'm from Belfast.
No.
No, you don't. But I
Although
know
my mate
people that
Leanne
have.
says I do. McCooey says I sound like I'm from Belfast.
That's
She
what-
sounds like a fucking proper
She-
culture
she's from
fucking head.
Newtown,
She
South
sounds
Armagh.
like you.
Yes,
That's what I'm
yes,
saying.
that's
Yeah.
my point. That's fucking Nuri. Is that not in Nuri? Is that the centre Nuri? Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, there's that. You'll get ones like him where you could
He's a
be
culture.
forgiven.
He is a culture.
Yes, I'm saying if you just overheard him, you'd
He's
be like,
from
where's he
Bestbrook.
from?
He's not from Nuri.
I'm from the leafy suburbs.
I don't care.
Are you from West Belfast?
Don't you fucking...
Are you from West Belfast?
Don't you dare.
Are you from West Belfast?
Follow.
Are you from West?
We will follow.
See that you said that he's from Bestbrook and he's from Newry. Are you from West Belfast?
I plead the fifth.
Where are you from West Belfast?
No comment.
Right. So you're fucking not from West Belfast. Right? You're from East Belfast specifically.
I do not.
Am I from East Belfast?
I do not recall.
Am I from East Belfast?
I don't recall.
Would you claim me?
No comment.
Exactly. Saying he's from Newry and he's from Bestbrook is like saying I'm from fucking East Belfast.
I was waiting for you there now to go,
And
I do not respect the authority of this
East
court.
Belfast sound different than West Belfast.
That's true.
They do, but only the people who are from Belfast. Like you, if you're not from Belfast, you could easily be mistaken. I get people who aren't from Belfast think I'm from the West, just because they're not used to being around Belfast. We're used to being like you're used to being around the West. You know how people talk. I'm used to being around the East. I know how people talk. But if you're not from either
You
of
talk
those,
different than us.
we do. But if you're not used to it, you wouldn't pick up on it unless you're around them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when
People,
I moved here,
people
everyone
think
was
we're from the
Belfast.
same
I
place.
would need to sniff glue. You already understand that. But
I thought I put that very plainly.
I thought it was understandable. No, I found that when I moved here, I couldn't differentiate, and now after a wee while, I'm just like hanging out with you. Yeah, these
It's
are
like
different.
Mark McCartney would think me and you are from like the same place. So I mean, he's not used to being around Belfast.
and where's he from?
Fucking
Fintna.
Clogher.
Kai-
Five men town.
Kajak or something. I don't know. Is that the name
Kajak?
of
Name it?
Where
that
is
the
it?
name of the
Is
Ewok
it?
clan?
Did it used to be part of the Soviet Union? Fuck me.
I thought it was the name.
Kajak. I didn't know he was one of them.
It was a planet in Star Wars. It was called back
Kajak.
to the Ewok thing. Kayak.
Kajak's where the Wookiees are from.
There you go.
The
There it
Wookiees.
is.
The Ewoks are from the moon of Endor.
Fucking nerd. All right, we may get some questions though because we're an hour in here.
Sorry.
Marty D. Who's to blame for Kevin Hart taking up residency in Belfast?
Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah. He's here flat out.
He's
Bless him.
filming.
He's standing eating pasty paps and going to a leisure centre and all twice a week now. I can't.
Sean L. Doon. And always fucking. He's everywhere.
Sean Eldon.
Yeah. That's the guy's name here.
Lenadun.
He's from Lenadon.
Oh, fuck, right. Okay, I didn't know it was his postcode.
You think he was
Yeah.
French? Ledun.
Sean L. Doon.
Sean Eldon.
Sean L. Doon.
He's part of the LDK, mate. The Lenadon Dog Killers.
I'm from Elena Doon. What's a mutual music artist you and Paddy can both agree on? Big love from Tyrone. So fuck,
Loads.
he's from Tyrone, so fuck off.
No, he's not.
Well, he said big love from
McCartney
Tyrone.
is from Tyrone.
Wait, no, this guy.
This guy, yeah.
This guy is from Tyrone.
This guy?
The guy who asked the
I thought he
question.
was Sean Eldon. He was not this guy.
No, he could have been put out of Lenadun. He lives in Tyrone now.
All I'm saying is he's from Tyrone, right?
You don't
Okay.
know where he's fucking from.
He's
Just his
fucking.
from-
Well, he said.
He could have tweeted you that
Unless
from
his
Tyrone.
name is Tyrone.
Unless he's a big black fella from Lenadon.
Yeah.
Called Tyrone.
Yeah, well, or he's from Tyrone. But he wants to know what's a mutual music artist both you and Paddy can agree on.
Fuck
Wolf
loads.
Tones.
That's what would freak people out. Me and
We
Paddy have a
fuck-
very similar music taste.
Yeah.
Every gig we do, Stone Roses, I Want to Be Adored is played in the dressing room.
Oh, tune.
If I get famous enough where people can wait a minute for me to enter.
Stone Roses.
Yeah.
Kicks in. I'll be on in 9
the
minutes.
Verve.
The Verve.
James.
Prodigy. Do you like Prodigy?
Oh, you remember that time we drove home just listening to the project?
So there's
Kasabian.
loads.
Yeah, there's loads.
Wolf Tones.
I actually do like
That's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, definitely Wolf Tones.
Let
Wolf
me
Tone was a
see.
Protestant himself.
Kneecap.
I actually, again, will listen to Kneecap. Wee
Kneecap are
Spencer. Jordan, fuck, I'm
Wee
only
Spencer.
saying-
Young Spencer, is he called?
Young Spencer. Wee Spencer.
Wee Spencer.
Wee Spencer's
It's a
against
party. It's a party from Woodville.
Oh, I just seen this from Jordan Robinson. Want me to come on the podcast with Darren? Just saying this, Jordan, so too late. Sorry, bro. Ryan Hickman. Did I hook up with the girl from Bangor after the show?
Did you?
said, no, I didn't. Did you see the clip though?
Liar.
I didn't.
Yes.
Liar.
No, I didn't.
No.
Has she asked us any questions?
She is not.
Raging.
And here's to you, Aris
Willie
Robinson.
Thompson.
Are you looking for ones that aren't mental?
Well,
Willie
Brian.
Scroll.
Yes, so many are mental.
Here we go. Here's a good one. As he's playing for East Belfast, so directed for you, GA, what part of Newry is in East Belfast?
What part of Newry is in East Belfast?
As he's playing for East Belfast GAA, what part of Newry is in East Belfast?
Shanton Park.
Right.
That's where their bonfire is.
Right.
Is that what he means?
I don't know.
Oh, is this like a why are you
Mullen.
playing for East Belfast because you're not from there?
I don't know.
Go back where you came from. I think that's what that means, doesn't it?
What did you think of those boys from Belfast, the Wild Duck, last night? Mental.
What were they doing?
Mental.
They came from Belfast to the
like,
gig.
Yeah. It's like when we done Tomb, I was explaining to the lads last night, done Tomb on the tour, nobody from Tomb at the gig, even the bar staff weren't from Tomb. They travel from Belfast, Carnlough, everywhere.
Yeah.
Like some fucking 40 minutes away
That roundabout's a central point, to be fair.
to go to it, and I was like, fucking hang. But yeah, fucking great. 5 lads from fucking local, from here, from where we are now, Springfield and all.
But yeah, because when I shouted
they're
last
at the
night, I was
gig.
like, who's from Port Glenone? And about 12 people shouted. I was like,
And they were
what
working
the
the
fuck is
place.
going on?
That was the bouncers and the
Yeah.
fucking bar staff. Have you ever walked out of the cinema because the film was shit?
That's a great question.
It is a good question. It's one of the better ones we've been asked.
The Revenant.
Did you really?
Shite.
Didn't like it?
I was hammered when I went there. That's different. I was fucking blocked. I was steaming thinking, oh, it's a dude fighting a bear. This will be class. No,
Why is nobody talking in this movie for like 40 minutes at a time?
Yeah, I'm sitting there steaming, being like, where's the bar? Is the bar
You were
coming back?
lying in the same time as Leonardo DiCaprio was lying bollocks. You were bollocks watching it going, this is bollocks.
He was like, water. I was like, I need some of that too, actually. Leo gets some. Yeah, Revenant was pissed.
I've never walked out of the cinema watching a movie. I fell asleep in the cinema.
Yeah.
I've also done that.
I fell asleep in the cinema. Like, I went with the kids' school to watch a film, and I fell asleep.
What was it?
I can't remember, but I was snoring like fuck. None of the teachers would wake me up,
Didn't want to.
and Patrick was like, "Daddy, you were like full on going."
Don't wake the bear.
And they were like, I'm not waking him up. Well, I'm not waking him up. So they just let me snore the whole way through the film. What is it?
They were like, Paddy, wake up.
Oh, right.
Just getting out of range. Ah!
But I also remember going and watching that wee film, Coco.
Yes.
And I cried my fucking lamps out.
Did you?
Like, uncontrollable.
What movie is this?
And the kids were, it's a wee Mexican movie. And he sings this wee song.
Is that a rifle or a guitar?
And I physically
Go on, normally about this
I've
song,
only
James.
cried at 2 movies.
Coco's one of them.
Coco and the one with the dog dies.
When the chicks the Marley. Oh, Marley and me.
Marley and me.
The Wind That Shakes the Marley.
When the dog gets shot by the Brits.
I didn't even cry at Schindler's List. But I cried.
Because you're an anti-Semite.
Yes, you Jews. Oh my god, he hates that.
Not even the girl in the red
I
dress.
don't hate Jews.
Because you watch it and they all went to Israel, oh fuckers.
No, I don't hate Jews. I don't. I think what happened was fucking. I watched it like going fucking hell. I remember watching the film the first time I sort of like said fuck in front of my dad, and it was like a Sunday night. And we came back to the house and there was a TV in my mum and dad's bedroom, and I was sitting on the bed. We came down from my granny's on Sunday night. My dad always had a few scoops with my granda, and there was the film on about them shooting the Israeli
Oh, Munich.
and your
These
mum
really
was
athletes
fucking
at the-
shooting him, and I was like, "You fucking bastard!" And my dad turned around and went, "Hi," and then he sort of thought about it and went, "Holy fuck!" Like he had pure emotions there for a child. Like I was like 6 or 7, and I went, "Fucking bastard," and my dad was like, "Oh, son, you had real emotions there," and I was
Right,
like,
well
"Is
then
he
it
a
wasn't
Brit?
Munich because you were about 30 minutes
Is he a
late, so-
Brit?"
Is he? The Mossad agents?
I don't know what film it was, but it was definitely the one about them shooting the athletes at the Olympics.
Yes, Munich.
Oh, I
Spielberg movie.
haven't
But it
seen
was a way back.
Good
in,
show.
It was a
Eric
way
Bana
back in
thing.
the fucking 80s, like.
So a different movie then, not the
have been.
Spielberg one. Okay.
I'm trying to think, what have I cried at? No, what movie weirdly made me cry, and I still kind of tear up when I see it. Click.
Yeah.
You ever see Click? Adam Sandler.
I get that.
Is that where he fast forwards his life
Yeah.
and then misses out on loads of stuff?
Yeah, but when it gets to the end and he's crawling out of the hospital and all, you're like, oh, I didn't sign up.
I
I signed
think-
up to see him getting kicked in the
I
balls.
think
Where's Rob Snyder?
I think genuinely when a movie hits you like that, there's some element of it is
True.
like Coco.
Yeah.
He was with his granny. I remember like I fucking don't go near my granny and granda's graves very often.
Yeah.
But I remember going to see my granny and granda's one and like fucking busting out crying in front of the kids, and they were like, "They don't see me crying all the time." Do you know what I mean? And they were like. So I think maybe that was the Coco bit, and then the
Yeah.
dog bit. Like I fucking broke my heart with my dogs.
I haven't watched Marley and Me because somebody goes to me, the dog dies. I go, I'm not fucking watching that.
See,
Not a chance.
I feel it, but people watch Marley and me, and it's not that's not sad. It's just it doesn't ring a bell with me because I accept them like dogs die. It happens.
Did you never have a dog when you were a kid?
I've had several dogs. Dogs die. I accept that. It's part of life.
I'm going to go home and hold my dogs now.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Heartbreaking.
it's not as sad as when people die.
Oh, I think it's.
Depends who the person is.
No, I genuinely don't. I'm like people.
I
die,
take
so-
the dogs down really. I actually won't get another dog because it's fucking so hard. Like.
What should I be sadder about? My dog passing away or Thatcher's dead in 9 years?
I mean, obviously your dog, like.
See?
But I'm saying, like, I don't even.
Did you say Thatcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead in 9 years.
Why would I be sad at that?
That was the joke, Paddy.
He was good.
Sean, get the crayons.
Even fucking like staunch wee prod like him wouldn't like Thatcher.
Excuse me, working class boy above everything.
No,
That's
mate,
why I don't
there's
like
a name
Thatcher.
to it. Staunch. You say it yourselves.
I am not staunch.
You are.
He's not staunch.
I am not
You are
staunch.
staunch.
He's not staunch.
If you think I'm staunch,
You are staunch. I've seen the videos. You're staunch.
I'm not staunch.
I've described you as comfortable in your
Best
identity.
way to handle hecklers was at Tim Dillon Dublin and someone shouts, "I hate Catholics." Were you Tim Dillon?
That was a great show. James McKegney was at this because he was telling me about it. Apparently, the 7 o'clock show was fantastic, but that one they were at started at 10:30 on a
That's a terrible idea.
on a weekend in Dublin.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Well,
apparently it
Dublin's drinks that expensive. There wouldn't be too many.
now they're on heroin.
Unless they're fucking millionaires.
Smacked. I hate Catholics, but
I'm a self-loathing
There's
Catholic
a-
myself. It's okay.
that show will address that. That's a good point, right? Because there is a way to deal with hecklers, but there's also sometimes it's beyond your control, and you kind of need the security of the room to start fucking people out. Yeah. And with comedy, I don't know what it is with comedy. It's the only fucking industry they don't do it in, where people will actively be ruining a show and security are like,
I thought it was part of the bit.
I didn't really know what you wanted me to do. And you're
they
like,
not
"See
with
when-"
you?
Yeah, and you're like, see when I stopped the show and went,
kick him.
throw him out, I kind of wanted you to throw him out. So you can deal with hecklers, you tell them to fuck up, you rinse them a wee bit, but when there's so many and they're just popping up everywhere, there's nothing you can really do.
Can't you get in the audience and start throwing things like fuck.
Yeah, do that.
I seen Darren driving the bus I was on a few weeks ago, so you were spotted, Darren.
That's all right. Touts will be given
Welcome
lifts.
to the Mudblood.
Yeah.
We watch.
If you could travel back in time 3 times, where would you go? World War II, dinosaurs, etc. I don't think I
3
would-
times?
Yeah, you would only really need to go once, wouldn't you?
I would go back to 1916 and go, lads, it's a bad idea. It's a fucking bad idea.
Same.
What would you?
I go back 800 years and stand at the boats and go, English, it's a bad idea.
Lads, you Northern Knights, you're not going to like
wouldn't
it.
need to go.
Yeah,
You
boys,
should turn up in 1916 Dublin and go, why are you all speaking Irish?
3 times though. That's 1. That's 2.
You wouldn't need to go 3 times.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
de-
you would.
I definitely wouldn't go back to dinosaurs.
Would you go back and send the Ulster Covenant? That's my name.
I'd waste it. Just go back.
He'd be
like
like
last
us,
week.
he'd be like us trying to say it.
I can't go too far back in time because they'll just try to euthanize me. So
That's your own kind.
I can go back like 8 years.
Yeah, went back to Sparta and they fucked me off a cliff. Bastards.
Go back to Egypt, they'll make me fucking
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh. That's the word I was trying to think of.
What's the worst Belfast slang you hate to hear?
Your fucking accents. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, mommy. Oh, mommy. When someone means
that
it, oh,
annoying?
mommy. Do you know what I mean? I do it ironically. I'll be like, oh, mommy. But when someone's properly, like, embarrassed or something, they go, oh, mommy, no. I hate that. I hate that. What's yours?
I don't know. It's not so much what to say. There's just certain people in Belfast that are cringy.
Here's me, what is an annoying one.
Fuck on that, fuck on that, fuck on that. You're going,
Every man outside of Night Hatch.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you think people from Belfast, even though it's quite a strong accent, is there people putting on Belfast?
Mate,
Yeah.
it's like,
Me.
why is he pushing it?
I'm actually from
Why
Dundonald.
why is he
Dundonald.
pushing it? Like, I teach someone.
Yeah.
So they're like, fuck on, fuck on, fuck on, fuck on, fuck. And you're like,
Stop taking heroin in
are
class.
you in Sesame Street, you can't?
Yeah.
Better fucking decorum here, please, bro.
What
Like,
the fuck, like? It's like, fuck on. And, like, is this fucking, like, our batteries are fucking drained, fuck on. Just while I move my tablet.
now you know how you sound to other people.
Do you know what I mean? So, I'm not as bad as I used to
No,
be.
you're.
It's weird. I did once of like at work where I said that we fellas quit fucking about with the doors in the bus, and he was about 12. He went, "Who the fucking heck are talking to?" And I went, "I have no idea who you are. What are you on about?" And I was like, "You are 12. It's just something he's heard." And he's like, "I will repeat that when I see
I
something again."
remember the worst one probably for me was I after the car frapping fight, we were all out in London, and I went into the wee fucking place, and I was like, "Give us your famous chicken burgers." And this Polish guy starts going, "Shut the fuck up!" And I was like, "Mate, seriously,
I just want a burger.
I'm asking for a burger. It's hard to do it." And he's like, "I am having a meal with my girlfriend," and I went, "It's a burger place at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning." And I was with a guy from Crossgar and a guy from there, right? And they were like, "Just fucking leave it," and all. And I was going, "Leave fuck all." And I turned around and I said, "See if you tell me to fuck up one more time." And he was like, "Fuck up." And I turned around and I went, "Do you know where I'm from?" And no two went. Afterwards they were like, "You didn't even say, 'Do you know who the fuck I am?' Or I'm not." I says, "Do you know where I'm from?" And he went, "Shut the fuck up." And then I hit him.
Oh, that's okay. At least the story had a happy ending.
And then he cried. And he was like 6'5". And I just think he was never hit before. And he was like, "Why did you hit me?" And I warned you. I fucking told you.
To be fair, probably people who are 6'5" probably don't have a lot of people going, "I'll have."
So what you've just told me from the story is a man was having a nice meal with his girlfriend.
No.
You burst in, demanded he cook you food, and then you beat him.
It didn't
Man
go
of the
that way.
people, Paddy McDonald.
It didn't go that way. But the guy from the guy from Crossguard and the guy from Newry, and they can confirm this, I can give you their names, right? They were going, "You just went, 'Do you know where I'm from?' And he was probably
No context at
They
all.
were going like he was probably Polish man. "Do you think he's from Davis or Andy?" Do you know what I mean?
Well, he's been here because you said he said "fuck up." That's a Belfast thing.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
In a fucking Polish. Can you do the Polish accent? Am I allowed to do that? Or is that racist?
Give it a go. I can't do one, so.
Shut the fuck up. That's what I said.
That's just you shouting.
Here's a good one. I haven't finished it, but if you guys have seen it, the documentary about Jimmy Savile on Netflix, thoughts?
I have not seen it.
Mate,
Is he Zippy from... Why is your Jimmy Savile Zippy from Rainbow every time? I'm like, Jimmy Savile, he goes in like...
I don't know, Joe.
Nelvin, you understand?
you watch the stuff now and you're going, how did my man let me watch him?
See, like we didn't grow up with Jimmy Savile. He was already gone by the time we were on TV.
Thankfully.
Or we watched TV. See, like I would look back at him, like, how the fuck did no one pick up on that?
Did
But the
no?
worst one for me is, see, like, you watch the game shows and all with the other creepy, like,
Bastards.
and they're going like up the kids and they're like grabbing their arm and going, "Oh, you're lovely," and all, like, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah.
But
It was a different time. The Catholic Church was busy. Yeah.
Genuinely, when I joined the Christian Brothers School, my ma was warned about them.
What the fuck?
And my ma said to me, like, somebody says, like, watch him going in there. But you were still sent to school.
I'm sure it'll be fine. God will protect you, my son.
That was the narrative.
I never had that. That's mental.
That's the narrative.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, people knew that people were up to no good, but people were scared to say something? Or...
Is the whole big thing? I was going to say, if you've started watching it though, the Savile documentary, is that where it's like he's a big Tory and they all know each other, and the BBC?
You forget, wasn't that long ago that
It
you weren't
transcends.
allowed to be gay?
Yeah.
Or fucking lesbian? Or say, like, listen, I feel like a woman.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I know.
So when people knew that people were up to no good, they were scared to go up against them because they were powerful people or they had fucking sway.
Yeah. But like the Savile thing, it transcends politics, as in it was just elite. It was the top level of everything.
Yeah.
You see him,
Do what you want.
He's basically talking about the times he can go in the Buckingham Palace and take a shite. You're like, that's the level of power he had, and that's fucking insane.
But
Like, what
you
do
have
you
you have to understand, them people put themselves in them positions so that they can abuse that.
Here's
People go like, why is it always fucking people that worked in jobs to do with kids? It's like,
Yeah.
if I like kebabs, I'm going to get a job delivering them so I can get free ones.
Are you,
No,
are you
no,
joining
I'm
Turkey's pride?
trying to fucking bring us down to
I
fucking,
understand what you
for
mean.
people to get.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
We like doing stand-up comedy, so we started hanging about stand-up comedy places.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
It's what to do. I mean, if you want to go fishing, you don't go fishing in the sky.
Yeah.
You go fishing in the sea.
It's the most
If
you
you
way
want-
to put it, but I understand.
Last night,
exactly
Paddy
what
said
you
he
mean.
went duck fishing. So
I
don't
went
listen
duck
to him.
fishing.
Try to say duck hunting, but he said duck fishing.
I tried to say duck hunting.
I never wet myself
I
that
said
one.
duck fishing.
He says, I've been up here before duck fishing. I was like, what the fuck are you on about?
I mean, I found it strange that the guys took me out on a boat to go and get ducks, and they were like, "Why?" And I went, "Well, I can't swim, so how am I going to get them?" And they were like, "Well, send the dog in." And it was the weirdest thing. Like, we were out in the boat and they were going, "Wah." That a wee thing. And I was going, "Where's the ducks?" And they were going, "Shh." And I was like, "Why?" And they were going, "The ducks are over here." And I says, "We've just turned up in a big tin boat dressed up in camouflage. We don't look like ducks and we've got a thing." And we're going, "Wah." The ducks are going, "Who the fuck's that weird cunt over there making our noise?"
He looks weird, but
It was the weird. It was the weirdest thing. And we were like, "Fuck up."
just say the duck can't do a duck accent. It's racist.
I love the idea.
The ducks know we're not ducks, don't they? And they're like, "No." It's like, come on, fuck.
He sounds like us.
I love the idea of the three boys in full camo and the duck's going, "There's an empty boat over there."
There's a boat that's making a noise like a duck.
Ducks are like, I know that accent. Like,
And there's
he's from Bestport.
But the wee dog was a wee Springer Spaniel that was sitting in the boat like this. Like, it didn't fucking move. Like, I was going,
It's Egyptian.
"What the fuck's the dog doing?" It was just like, it was just sitting ready. And then it was like, "Ah." And then the ducks fucking all went, "Woof." And then me. And next one, "Poof, poof." He fucking, the wee dog was away out and came back with a stop. And it was filled with pallets and you couldn't eat it. And I was going, what is the point of this?
Oh, I thought it meant filled with pallets.
What is what? I was
One
like a wee
track,
orange-
mind you.
It was a wee
One
orange duck.
track,
It had a
mind.
size. It had a size and two fucking eyes.
Cut
Like,
it open. It's just
all right, lads, just
clack
clacking for the
bony.
bony here. No, but like I was like, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
It's fucked. You're gonna fuck that away.
Yeah.
You're not gonna eat it. I'm not one of them animal rights people where I'm like, "Oh, you don't eat meat."
Yeah, but if you're not
I
gonna
ate
eat
that.
it.
But I mean, what was the point of
Yeah,
that?
you've just
We
killed it to
wasted a
kill it.
full Saturday.
It's so serious. Killers just started
it
small
was
animal.
silly. It was silly more than anything. Being in like a big tin ex-army boat with the thing going, and then shoot this thing, and then you can't eat it. And I'm like, this was pointless as fuck.
Change times though.
And
man,
that's
from
how
West
Paddy
Belfast
feels
in the
about
countryside.
Jimmy Savile.
What?
That's how Paddy feels about Jimmy Savile.
No, but I'm just
Yeah, I
saying.
think we should have hunted him down too.
Yeah, but
Let
the
the
point
dogs
is,
at him, cunt.
He was, the cunt was that powerful that nobody like.
Here-
They stopped them doing children in need.
Yeah. I just read an interview about they actually talked about that in the documentary, and someone was like, "Oh, why did he get?" It was they stopped this TV show at like 19 years and like 9 months, and someone went, "Well, why didn't you just let him do 20 years? Let him do a 20-year show?" And they went, "They're a lot tighter on child safety these days."
So they knew,
Oh, they knew.
but they can't say they know. It's the same way as the Catholic Church can't say they know.
Yeah.
And they did know because the court case is in.
BBC talked about making a drama about Jimmy Savile with Steve Coogan playing Jimmy Savile because, as you say, control the narrative. You're like, well, we can make it look like we didn't know any of this was happening.
Yeah.
I wonder
and
how
they make
honest
the
they're
fucking
gonna,
show.
I wonder how honest they're going to be about that.
Did
It'll be
nobody
like, who's
turn
dead? We can blame
Did
this
nobody
on.
turn around and go, right, Jimmy Savile's just made fucking $5 million and got us a new roof for the hospital, but he wants a key to the morgue and nobody to be in it when he's there.
A lot of people.
Did nobody go, why do you want the key to the morgue?
Yeah.
I think they.
Just let Jimmy do whatever
Joe,
he wants to do.
there's stories
He made
of
that
that.
much money that nobody questioned things. People just let him
It's
do
not
what
just
he wanted.
there's stories of that. There's people working in the hospital. There's a woman who was like one of the girls' homes said she was sitting with two of the girls, and he just hops in. Right, so she's sitting with two like foster homed girls, don't have parents or anything, sitting at a table with two of them, and she's in the middle. Jimmy Savile comes up to the table, just bangs down the table, and goes, "I love you first, then I'm loving you." Don't know why he's Tommy Shelby. He's like, "I love you first."
Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
Jimmy Savile is Peaky Blinders, Tommy Shelby.
Oh,
Holy fucking hell. That's just changed it for me.
Sean Bean as Jimmy Savile.
Well, now. Here we go.
But
Why can we? Because we fucking can.
so this woman writes to the head of hospital, and they're like, "I'm worried about this guy. Do not have him about." And the head of hospital is like, "Fuck up. Don't say anything." There's one I have to stop watching after this clip. He's in the children's hospital.
Why did you come?
Fuck me!
you do wank over some strange things. Like,
I was just going to say, I'm not going to
I'm
watch
putting
it.
a stop to that before that goes anywhere. I'll watch a bit of porn.
we fucking Jimmy Savile. He has a poster of him up the wall and the boss, he's sniffing it.
I'll watch a bit. I'm not
Jim will
dressing up as
fix it.
Jimmy Savile.
Jim
really,
will
no.
fix it for you.
But he's in the kids' hospital, right? And this girl's draw a picture of him, but it's his face, but it's like a monster. It's all like monster-esque features, like fangs and stuff. And he goes, "Now what have I ever done to you to draw a picture of me like that?" And then the kid just looks at him and goes, "Everything." And then he just takes it and goes, "See, if you're not paying attention, you miss everything." And you're like, how did he not get caught? I actually had to turn off after that. I was like, I'll come back to this later. That's
weird
me
as
up.
fuck.
No, the amount of power he has, he sounds like he was like the fucking dictator of like an Eastern European fucking state, but he was just a fucking TV presenter.
Mate, he was
But
he was so
wasn't.
powerful.
He had so much.
How the fuck?
He was-
Imagine Greg James.
But
like, having that much
what
power.
people aren't fucking thinking here is there's a fucking pedo whose ma's on the money,
Yeah.
and he was at a funeral or a fucking mass last week on the fucking thing,
Yeah.
and he's walking about, lads,
Yeah.
as if nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fucking
So
insane. So you're
Jimmy
like,
Savile was in with those circles.
yeah.
We don't know what he knew about demons,
And I guarantee you it was a lot.
and he had
'Cause he was
demons
a
by the
smart
balls.
man.
He had them by the balls. He was playing a big game.
He was definitely, I don't know what I can and can't say, but there was paedophiles in Thatcher's cabinet.
course
It's
there was.
literally proved it was Leon Britton. He was known. So there's a story of they
If
all
there
went
was
to
the
this,
day, can we name
there
it?
was a
Like, what?
brothel that had kids.
Listen,
it was like a kids
They
brothel.
were bringing kids from
Yeah.
Kincora.
Yeah, that
Over?
brothel. So they had that.
So, I mean,
there was
it
a
wa-
brothel they found, and they made not a dissertation, a dossier, basically implicating all these lists of celebrities and all their names, and handed it, and it was handed to the Justice Secretary, Leon Britton. He was in it, under an alias. He's not going to fucking follow it up. He's going to get rid of that, because
turned-
he's in the fucking
That's
dossier.
like somebody saying, here's all the comedians in Northern Ireland, here's all the funny ones. Right?
And I'm not in it.
No, and they fucking hand the list. Tell who's in charge of comedy.
Yeah.
Fucking Shane Todd.
Yeah.
And Shane going, yeah. What's he going to do with it? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I understand your...
I'm not saying-
I understand, but...
but- Do you know what I mean?
don't.
They brought a list of pedos, tell the pedo,
yeah.
out the pedos.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it.
Yeah.
See with the Savile thing as well though. How did he have so much power that they let him do the public inquiry for Bloody Sunday though?
Fuck me. Jesus Christ. The Savile.
Well,
inquiry.
now I've had a read about it, and this is what I think.
I was just trying to lighten the mood because fucking hell, this got heavy real quick.
Oh, so you're trying to lighten the mood with a Bloody Sunday joke?
No.
All right, Peter Kay. Fuck
Trying
me.
to ground us in reality.
He did do.
It wasn't a
stories
bloody
about
Sunday
the hunger
joke.
strikers last night, so
Oh, did you?
he did.
Did I?
I don't know, did you?
No, I didn't. I was once.
But you know what? People's going to believe it.
Fair enough.
People's going to believe
Paddy makes his own narrative. We'll finish up on this one because I think we're about an hour and a half in here.
it.
aren't we?
Easy.
115.
Right. Let me see. What's a good one to finish? Why? Right, we'll finish on Glaswegian Lee. Why do Northern Irish crowds heckle than other crowds? Why do you think? We'll each give our opinion on it. Why do you think they heckle more? And I think they do.
I think they hackle more because we've grew up with the shouting at fucking people. Use your Fenian bastards, use your orange bastards, and always being at rallies.
That's
and people
basically
shouting
Mudblood Live, by the way.
and I think that is why people here feel like they need to get their voices heard,
Yeah.
and they need to feel like they're a part of something.
Yeah.
Which we have a part of something that's totally different here.
Yeah.
There's a kid last night hugging me last night, full on Rangers fan, like was raging that he meant it, but was hugging me after the gig,
Oh, serious?
and that's why.
Yeah.
So
That's I'll get when grown men hug me. So, and
that's what he said.
I like it.
It's just straight after talking about Jimmy Savile.
Is that
I
what-
What you said was weirder, to be honest.
I like what?
You said a wee fella
You
was
said
hugging
you're
me.
hugging children. I'm hugging men. So whatever, Savile.
He was in a bar. He was over 18.
No, I just really want to hug. What the fuck? Why do people heckle?
I think it's a Northern Irish thing of we're all guilty of it. Of course, we are. We're comedians. Everyone in this country thinks they're funny. Everyone thinks they're funny. So when you do stand up, everyone's
People
kind of
that
like,
don't.
right. It's a generalization, but as a general attitude of a nation,
I'm being a cunt.
I know you are. But I'm not rising to it. As a general
it's easy to
attitude,
wind up. It's easy to wind up unionists.
Let him finish his bit
whereas-
and then we'll torture.
whereas Republicans, a famously chill bunch.
Very sinister children. Well, that's all right. If you want to say
Have
it.
you found
The
so
body's
chilled?
chilling in the freezer.
I know where you live. As if unionists didn't kill anybody. I love when you
Wait, no, we-
that narrative.
That's a weird heckle.
Do you know
Don't
what they
ever
are
say
right
about-
on?
Yeah. No, we did.
Look what everybody done.
We did, but we
Look
pretend.
what
We
everybody
pretend we
done.
didn't.
No, but look what everybody
Yeah,
done.
I know.
It was a disgrace.
Yeah.
So when people talk about it now and they talk about the protocols, what do I tell young people in my area that are fucking... Go and let them speak to the man down the street that done fucking 20 years for the
Yeah.
UDA, UVF, and ask how his life went. Because not all the stories are fucking...
Glamorous.
Yes.
They're
of
not
coming
all-
out and getting businesses and doing this. There's a lot of people who done shit and got involved in shit over the years.
Yeah.
And the bad ways they didn't do it.
But the reason why we heckle more, I agree with you. But we all do think we're funny. Everyone thinks they're funny. So they're all like, oh, here's a fucking belter for you. Or the best one is when you're, it's a bit of a rough gig and someone's like, I could do this. And
I offer them the mic. Come on. And then they go, what? Come on. Here you go. Come on up the fuck.
Part of me wants to
10
see
minutes.
someone's like, I could do that there. You're shit. I mean, like, you've got 3 minutes.
I love that my gigs now, it's like they shout out bits they want me to do.
Yeah.
Like last night I
Carry
said,
jokey.
this is not, I am not Nathan Carter. It's not request, lads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're getting the material.
You want to go and see that material, go to the big shows.
I love that you wrote an entire show and you couldn't do it because people were shouting out, and you did a crowd work show and no cons. Like,
It's just let's annoy the fuck out of Hannah.
William sent them. William paid those people to be there.
But in fairness, it worked. So
yeah, it was great.
both tapes.
It was a great fucking show. I had a ball at that one.
That was a great comedy crowd.
It was.
And our Glasgow live was fucking actually amazing.
Glasgow was
and
brilliant.
I want us all to watch out because Mudblood has a big announcement in a couple of weeks.
Yes. Yeah, I don't even
Our
know.
biggest announcement. I just don't tell you what's happening. I'm just doing it. You're just getting ticket because you're my wee lad. I don't have to tell you everything. It's like Christmas.
I'm also your
I'm
business.
just getting you
I'm your business partner.
See the night before. See the night before the announcement. I'm going to get the new jammies now.
Can I stay up and watch
Get
Shrek?
you bath. And then they'll wake up and like say, where we go?
25.
This is what we're doing again. And you're like, ah!
25. You're bopping me.
I'm going to take 25 in the bath.
We're back to the weird shit. We're back being weird again. Stop it. Stop
Paddy
it.
Savile there, look. Paddy Savile.
I'm the good of an alley. I'm the good of an hour. Like, oh, with a big show announcement in the morning, Nanny. So Paddy's coming up to give me a bath.
Why is Paddy always beside Connor Burns and Willie Thompson? Is that my find it strange? Why is Paddy on the bus with him? What are you doing, Paddy? What are you at?
How to get away with this sort of
How to get away with it? It's always there. He's always with them.
We're going to be playing this episode back in 20 years with like some sinister music and all. It's going to yeah,
Anybody seen the
I hunt the
Paddy
wheeler.
McDonald? It was all there. Like, it was all in front of you. He was talking about it.
What would we call Paddy McDonald? Dagger.
Can I fire in a wee as well that I think sometimes people from here heckle because they're just dicks?
Well, that's
No, I'm not saying
Well,
that.
no, do you know what? No, I don't think it's.
Let Darren say that.
No,
I
I'll
don't
take
think
it.
a lot of time it's ill-intentioned. I think sometimes people just aren't used to what comedy is. And comedy here is a new thing to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a new, you know what I mean? You go to England, it's been an industry for many years. So you're kind of bred to know what it is. If you go into like the comedy store, they don't really
Get it.
facilitate it. Whereas here, you're going to some bars in the middle of nowhere.
Comedy and how we do it is new, but there's like the working men's clubs and the social clubs have been a thing for here for years and years.
But not to the degree it is now. Do you know what I mean? It's never been
Not as
big
open
it
and
is now.
mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
We couldn't actually. It was hard to have gigs with loads of people in places here.
Yeah.
So that's why I never really took off.
Yeah.
But on that note, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for
Mudblood.
joining us. We'll be back next week.
Bye.
I feel electric when you go.